The vibes are high in Winnipeg tonight, and why wouldn't they be? A Thursday night football home opener with the BC Lions in town. That'll be a great cup right here at Princess Auto Stadium, where it is sold out tonight. 6th time in a row that they packed this place with a sellout. That's returned to the 30. 33 receivers out to his left, and the league's leading rusher, Brady Oliveira, tucked into his right. They'll hand it off to Brady, pushing it ahead, and that's a pickup of 5 yards on first down. Let's take a look at this Winnipeg offense tonight.
Well, a lot of changes for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. When you're the best team in a division, you're going to get rated in the offseason. They were, but the core is still in place, including Stanley Bryant, 4-time most outstanding offensive lineman, and Brady Oliveira, the MOP, an outstanding Canadian last year in the CFL. Over 1,000 yards rushing, couple years in a row.
Jason Hogan, new offensive coordinator, watching on from above for the Bombers. Empty backfield for Streveler, throwing here. Quick release, first down, and that's Condensed. Give him catches in 72 consecutive games. Yard campaigns. And they'll run it again. Brady Oliveira, a big hole, and he's going to take off to the 40. Here goes Brady to the 30. They track him down from behind. Gary Peters gets there, but a big one from Brady early.
Tight end running formation. There's Brady Oliveira to the left of Streveler. Watch the jump cut as he bounces outside. That offensive line collapse it down into the middle. Good recognition for Brady, and now it's open field for the leading rusher a year ago.
How much of the threat to run from Streveler do you think opens things up for Brady tonight?
It can pick your poison.
Oliveira quickly, 49 yards on 2 carries. 1st and 10 from the BC 20. Streveler throwing here. How about an end zone shot? Got it! It's Dembski, hauls it in. Streveler strikes early, and the Bombers open it with a bang.
Well, the run to Brady Oliveira freezes linebackers. They're not able to get deep, and also takes the attention of the defensive backfield just for a split second, allowing Nick Dembski in behind coverage, composure in the pocket from Streveler. He drops it over the top of that coverage. The Bombers on drive 1 take the lead.
Hey, it doesn't matter who's at quarterback. Dembski down the middle usually works. 6 touchdowns 2 years ago, 6 touchdowns last year, and he's got his first of the year here tonight. And what a start for the home side as Castillo hammers one through, and they are up by 7. Dembski lays out for it, hangs on, and Winnipeg leads early. Minutes and 24 seconds for Winnipeg to find the end zone to start the season. This will be kicked to Robert Carter. Takes it just inside the 20. Makes one man miss. Second, not so much. Returns it just outside the 30 for Rourke, including 3 carries of 10 yards or more last week. They'll start it on the ground here, right up the middle. Decent enough pickup on first down into the hands of James Butler. Let's look at this BC offense.
And taking the O-line, when you're at left tackle, Jarrell Broxton's got a deal now with Willie Jefferson, and we talked to Nathan Rourke about Jefferson. We'll get to that as the game goes on, but he did find Stanley Berryhill a couple of times for touchdown throws in that game in Week 1 versus Edmonton.
First career 100-yard game for Berryhill at 105 yards. 37-yard touchdown included in the mix there. 2nd and 5 for Rourke. Just 4-man pressure from Winnipeg. Gets it away. That is behind the intended target of Justin McInnes. There's a flag, though, on the far side of the field.
Illegal contact on receiver. Winnipeg number 1. 10-yard penalty. First down.
To himself, my bad, and away we go, first down.
From the 47, back to Butler, runs into trouble right away. Push it ahead for maybe a yard on first down. Here's the Winnipeg defense.
Asked Nathan Rourke about Willie Jefferson up front. He said, and we, you know, he's a veteran of 11 years, so he's getting older, and said, well, he's not getting any smaller.
Yeah.
He's got that great reach. Big second half of the year for Retta Cramby at that cover linebacker spot. And in the secondary, they've got veterans at the halfback spot. Evan Holm led the team in tackles. I'm not sure if it's a good thing or a bad thing that your halfback leads the team in tackles, but he's around the ball.
He had 85 of them last year. Rourke spins, looking for a man down the field. Heaves one up too high for McInnes. Myro to kick it away, averaged 53.3 yards per punt last week against Edmonton. Hangs this one up there. Raul waits, takes it just inside the 15. Contained at first, but now finds a little bit of space, far sideline, and takes it out beyond the 35. You get him involved through the air as well. 57 catches last year. Now they tuck it into the belly of Dembski. He's got nowhere to go. Tackle made quickly by Christophe Beaulieu here.
Illegal track back. Winnipeg number 88. The penalty will be enforced from where the ball became dead. It will be second down.
Carrick Wheatfall, the guilty party. Second and 22 for Strevler. Has to throw it away at the feet of his running back in there, former University of Alberta Golden Bear, Matthew Peterson, on his own 6-yard line. And that one's end over end, bounces at the 49. Picked up here by Carter, pushes it right back ahead, essentially to midfield.
Than last year.
Rourke starting at midfield, looking for Hatcher, broken up neatly by the safety Jamal Parker. ACL injury, played 8 games back in 2023. Second and 10, flags here. Rourke gets it away for Hatcher, tries to roll ahead. He somehow caught that. Rourke kind of threw it from his knees to Hatcher, who was on his knees.
Side. BC number 83. 5-yard penalty will replay second down.
Stanley Berryhill jumping the gun. So they'll back him up, second and 15 for Rourke. 3 to the left, 3 to the right. He goes to the left. That one up for grabs, intercepted on the far side of the field. Marquise Bridges takes it away, and the Bombers have the momentum once again.
It's a good throw. I mean, this is Nathan Rourke looking the opposite way, trying to draw the safety away from it. There's the sit down by McInnes. It goes through his hands, and that's kind of the wheelhouse for Justin McInnes. He wants those high throws because he has the great reach and the long arm. So, you know, every receiver likes it a little different where the ball is located.
First career interception for Bridges. And they hand it off to Peterson again. That's his second consecutive drive that Matthew Peterson's been in at running back here.
See if there's anything up with Brady Oliveira, or if they're just rotating. But there's Matthew Betts. Remember a couple of years ago, Matthew Betts, 18 sacks, led the league. He had 9 pressures in week 1. That was more than anybody. Ben Hladek, late interception down to the 4-yard line, turned into a touchdown. And Robert Carter, the newcomer on the corner, led the team in tackles with 7.
So Peterson is in at running back. I'm trying to find Brady Oliveira on the sideline. Haven't located him yet. This one bounces up, almost picked off outside of 60. This is a 49-yarder from the right hash. That is up, and that is through. Great start for the Bombers. A situation monitor here as well in early development in this game. Rourke makes the handoff. Now dumps it off to Catoy, and he'll try to lunge ahead. 7 catches last week for 88 yards for the big receiver.
Well, as he was a week ago, that's for sure.
Jake Thomas playing in his 129th consecutive game. Rourke with a lot of time. Now he's flushed out of the pocket. He's going to take off on the run. First down and more. Look at this. Rourke down to the 40. Steps out of bounds just inside the 30. And boy, is he dangerous when he gets out of the pocket.
Major foul. Unnecessary roughness. Winnipeg number 1. 15-yard penalty. First down.
We'll tack on some more. Dietrich Nichols taking the penalty, his second of the game.
You see Nathan Rourke escape out the But he goes through the progressions here. This was good coverage by the Bombers secondary. He didn't like what he saw down the field, so he takes off and runs. Then he puts it into another gear here. Watch the block made by Keon Hatcher. Keon Hatcher giving his quarterback a chance to get another 20 on this run, and there's the late hit out of bounds from Dedrick Nichols. It was close, but they are trying to protect quarterbacks as much as they can. I mean, that's
pretty close.
Very, very close.
36 yards for Rourke. Red zone trip for the Lions. From the 13, that is batted down quickly. Rourke tried to get rid of that ball right away, but Michael Griffin was there in his face to knock it down. 19. Second and 10 from the 13. Rourke dumps it off far side, and that is batted down. Butler, his running back, denied by Griffin again. Back-to-back plays by Griffin. 20-yard attempt for Sean White, and the most accurate kicker in the history of the league knocks that one home.
Below the wind level.
Yeah, that's right. That helps. Come November.
Yeah.
Strebler will hand it off in the dressing room still. Sure we'll see more of Peterson. That's down the field and intercepted. Bounced off of him. Oh, it looked like he had it, didn't it? Williams gonna want that one back. Had that 131 20-yarder to Dembski, 31 yards total in the game. This kick will hang up there. Taken by Carter Jr. A couple of yards on the return. Rourke just 1 of 6 for 6 yards so far. Gives it to Butler, but Butler is wrapped up immediately as well. Maybe time for a quick jump cut. No more. Retta Cramdy is there to make the tackle. 10 here. Rourke in the pocket. Deep down the field. It's a double coverage for Hatcher. And it falls incomplete.
To that side of the field.
Meyer from his 20. Big leg here. Bowell slides over. Picks it at the 25. Stumbles. Stays on his feet. Flag over in the middle of the field as he pushes this out. A good effort on that return to take it just outside the 40. Strebler fakes the handoff. Far side. Finds Dalton Schoen, and there's a guy that we've not seen in quite some time.
That second year.
Yeah, 2 monster seasons. Wilson pushes it ahead. Strebler hands it off. A little bit of space, pushing it out beyond the 35. For Strebler, final play of the quarter. Kept it, bobbled it, got it back, tries to push it ahead. And that is going to be close depending on the spot. Bombers on top 10-3, which is good news for the Bombers. The bad news here, and a big story developing, Brady Oliveira, 49 yards on 2 carries, a big one for 43 yards, but we haven't seen him since. He's currently in the locker room for the Bombers. Short, so they did come up just short. Wilson trying to push it ahead, and that'll do it. Winnipeg's offense will stay on the field.
Now he's got to get rid of the mental demons and let it happen.
Strebler down the field. It's Dembski again. Can he get there? Defended well and broke it up. Well, you got a hand on it. For Strebler, 3 options out to his wide side right. Throws it to the left. Quickly looking for Schoen. And Gary Peters steps in. And Gary Peters takes it away.
And Gary Peters
tried to do it.
Well, he's trying to get up and run, I think. I think he's trying to get up and run. He's going, I got to get up. I got to go. I got to go. You have big turnover, rush throw. Peters takes advantage.
Willie going after Rourke, trying to get him. And Rourke will throw it away. After that interception, that Jefferson plays got this crowd back into it. Now they bring some heat. That's almost picked off. Catoy got a hand on it. Dedrick Nichols was waiting for that ball to come to him.
Routes meaning that both the receiver and quarterback see the blitz is coming and present a target quickly.
Look at this kick. It'll bounce out, and they'll mark it at the 7. The wing of the hall. Strebler from his own 7. Pressured. Gets away. Dumps it off. Dembski comes up with it. There's a flag as Dembski pushes ahead to the 25. And this is going to be against the BC Lions.
Major foul. Roughing the passer.
Yeah.
BC number 3. 15-yard penalty enforced from the end of the play and a first down.
Yeah, Mike Alway is surprised, but let's take a look and see how late he was. All the way to the right of your screen on the penalty, but still remarkable throw, just extra yards.
Yeah, it looks like it was more face maskish than late. Now we'll hand it off again. A good burst. Right up the middle by Peterson. He's got some weight on him. Yep. Back to Peterson again, trying to push it ahead. Always in there.
Perfect schedule, doesn't matter.
This year's schedule has them 5 in a row against the West to start, including a rematch with BC next Saturday.
The BC Lions with a new OC and head coach.
Peterson again, and that'll be another first down as Winnipeg just decides to run it right up the middle. 1st and 10 from the 49, a drive that started under 7. This time, Streffler throwing, goes to Schoen, who turned around but tripped up neatly there by Robert Carter. Streffler slides over to his right. Streffler, wide side of the field, drops it in there. One tackle missed, trying to lunge ahead for the first down. It's Clercius, and they'll be very close once again. Short yardage business, needs a yard, pushes ahead, and he's got it. 1st and 10 from the BC 38. Back to Peterson. Found a hole right up the middle, down the 15. What a move! Matthew Peterson at 5. Touchdown! Welcome to the Canadian Football League, kid. Matthew Peterson with his first career house call.
Well, there was some acceleration from Matthew Peterson right there. U of A product. Watch him when he gets through the line of scrimmage, and now he's in open field. Nice cutback into the middle. He's got another gear.
There's some burst to the rookies game. Castile for one more, and Winnipeg goes on top by a little bit more, 17-3. Peterson, who's up to 73 yards here on 8 carries in the first half. On the return up to the 25, that is tripped up.
He come home with more, and so he came home with a CFL contract.
Yeah, he got himself a job and probably a massive pack of Kleenex when he was at Costco. I mean, what a great day.
Linebacker blitzes. Keep his quarterback upright.
Rourke out of the pocket. Is he going to run again? Kind of forced to in this situation, and he'll push ahead, and that'll be a first down. Rourke, not much through the air, though. 1 for 9 to start this game. Wants to throw here. Can't though. Pressure right up the middle. Kyrie Wilson gets there. And a rough night for Rourke continues.
For the Bombers to go A-gap blitz here from Kyrie Wilson when they noticed that Rourke limped back to the huddle and couldn't escape here. He couldn't move. Didn't look like he could push off that right foot very well. Kind of like, well, I can't get out of here, so protect the football.
To get in front of Kyrie Wilson. 2nd and long, looking to dump it off to Butler, but it falls incomplete. 6 straight incompletions will lead to a punt. Meyer drops it in there at the 40. Picked up by Trey Vaul. Vaul showing some burst early in this game. Takes it back outside the 50 on just an absolutely beautiful night in Winnipeg thus far. On the ground again. This is broken up immediately. Tavai, I think, was the initial point of contact on that one.
Well, not the press box, the scouting box.
Streffler this time, a little bit of a draw, read well, and goes nowhere. That was Tavai again, getting a little bit of help as well. Well, they do it there. Jamison Sheen, end over end. Drops it just inside the 10, and that hits the pylon. That'll be a single. Winnipeg after the single on top, 18-3. They'll give it to their running back, James Butler, can find nothing. More than 2nd and 10 from his own 40. 3 options out to his left, 2 to his right. Looks down the middle, pressured again, trying to get away. Finds Contoy, who's tackled immediately on the far side of the field by Marquise Bridges.
Hasn't been able to settle his feet.
Trey Vaul takes it at the 20. Back to the 30. Flag further down the field. Let's get another update on Brady Oliveira from Britt Dork.
I have just been told that Brady Oliveira will not return to the game dealing with that upper body injury, guys.
And they went 0-4.
No yards. BC number 24. Major foul. Unnecessary roughness. Winnipeg number 5. Both fouls offset from where the ball was caught. First down.
Oliveira changed his training, changed his approach a little bit in the offseason.
Strevler drops one out there for a first down as he gets it to Stearns, the former Rider, making his first catch with the Bombers. 32. And this time the toss to Peterson. And he'll take it out to about the 35, a pickup of around 3.
When it's going to happen, be ready.
They need 7. Strevler throwing quickly, batted down at the line. Jamison Sheen will let this go from about his own 25. Carter takes it at the 30. Trying to find some space. Cut it back in. And he was contained there.
Leader in the room.
Rourke fakes the handoff, rolls to his right. Jefferson's there, gets by him, but then forced out of bounds. 2 for 11, just 10 yards. Rourke, this time, down the field, heaves one out there at the 30, and it's hauled in, turning his body around. A big boost for the Lions offense from Aiden Eberhardt.
Good location of the football for Eberhardt to go up and rip that down. Boy, did they need that.
Oh, big time. First catch of the season for Eberhardt is a monster. And the Lions work from the Winnipeg 27. 7 on the line. Rourke rolls to his right. He's going to take off to the 20, stumbling. Stays on his feet and gets out of bounds. Opening half. And now he'll push ahead. And he'll pick up the first down. First and 10 from the Winnipeg 15. Empty backfield for Rourke. Dumps it off. Far side is running back. And Butler gets about 8. They'll hand it off to Butler right up the middle, and he takes it down inside the 5. And that'll be a first down for BC with 24 seconds on the clock. Lions. Rourke with Butler in behind him. Hands it off. Butler pushing ahead. Can he find his way to the end zone? No. Heavily thrown back. 13 seconds to play. Up behind center, trying to push it in himself, and he does. BC Lions touchdown. Nathan Rourke finishes off a mighty important drive in the end zone, and the Lions offense finally shows some life.
And if you're a young quarterback watching this game, this is how you run short yardage with your eyes up. Don't bury yourself in the line of scrimmage and not look where you want to run to. Keep pushing forward. Rourke does it that time.
Lions. Sean White makes it a 1-possession ball game. 13-4 in June and July since 2021, but have had some problems like many other teams against the Bombers. On the return, Vaul. Peterson, an excellent first half, 77 yards and a touchdown. BC not getting much going, and then a big strike here, pretty eventful opening half of football at Princess Auto Stadium.
A successful play, and I would suggest the protection needs to improve first and foremost for the Lions.
Carter on the return. We're underway, second half, Princess Auto Stadium. And that is a big pop right away. Michael Ayers.
Due to him here.
He's feeling that one. Drive starts on the 26. Rourke gets it away quickly. And that is held on to. That was a tight window, but Berryhill is able to grab it. That's his first catch of the game. Last week. This time they'll give it to Butler. Butler trying to push ahead. Good second effort. And that final push might be enough. To the right of Rourke. He looks that way. And now he will go to McKinnon. McInnes, that's his first catch of the ball game. Timeouts left in this ball game for the Lions the rest of the way. They get it away quickly. That's going to be a first down as Rourke moves it again efficiently. Butler in behind. Takes the handoff. Rourke wants to go downfield. He'll heave one down there. Incomplete. Was looking for Hatcher. Bonds was there. 2nd and 10 from the BC 50. Bombers show pressure and they'll bring it. And that is batted down. Of course, Willie Jefferson.
You do check where he's lined up.
Bayou hustles over there. A bubble has to run back for it. And he'll be taken down. That course with the rough they've got. This drive starts deep in Winnipeg territory. They'll hand it off to Peterson. 2nd and 7. Strevler
got him.
Down the field, has a man that is complete out to the 35. Sneaking in behind Gary Peters, which you don't say very often, was Carrick Wheatfall. More than enough breathing room now, all the way up to their own 40. Back to Peterson again. Back to the line of scrimmage.
Brady went straight off the field.
He knew something was up. Schoen takes that one from Strevler and will be just shy of a first down.
Back.
Wilson in the game, lunges ahead, first down.
Strevler keeps this going.
No work from their own 53. Strevler sidearms it to Schoen. He's got some space. Schoen trying to break a tackle. Will get wrapped up in the 30 by Peters. 3 receivers wide left here for Strevler. Looking deep down the field, drops it in at the 5. Touchdown! Strevler strikes again. It's Carrick Wheatfall, and the Bombers find the end zone.
Just like what the Lions did last week, this is a massive Bomber drive, starting from their own 2-yard line. They get out of trouble, so at the very least they can punt it with some room. Then they want to look at field goal position, and then the big strike, if you can, to finish it with a major. That's a backbreaker. Tough to come back from for the Lions.
Castile adds one more.
Peters is in trail. He can still lead him to a catch.
Strevler on that drive, 4 of 4 for 101 yards.
He did it from the pocket, deep in the pocket on that deep sort of shallow corner route.
Rourke has to step up in the pocket, looking for a response to Hatcher, and he's got it. Are you kidding me? He'll get it to the 20, down to the 10, looking for the end zone. Got it! Oh my goodness, what is happening? What a response from Rourke, and Hatcher goes to the house. BC answers back.
That is how quick it can happen in Canadian football. Big drive from the 2-yard line for Chris Strevler and the Bomber offense, and Nathan Rourke in one play erases the 7 points. Body control from Keon Hatcher. He's one-on-one with the safety and Jamal Parker back there, and a nice block at the end from his teammate Barry Hill to
White. Gets that one through and makes it 25-17.
Sometimes you're playing almost a zone look on one side, man look on the other, and you get a matchup with the safety, and that time Jamal Parker and Keon Hatcher got matched up. Here we go.
Trevau's got it in midfield, and he's going to be forced out just inside the 50. He has shown some flashes in the return game thus far tonight.
The last one was at speed.
Instant field position. Now they'll hand it off. And Stearns takes it up for about half of what they need.
Matthew Betts chasing on the inside, and
Strevler turns. That one batted down and falls incomplete. Was looking for Wheatfall. Steele just inside the right hash. A 50-yarder. And that one is up, and it is good. Sneaks it inside the right upright 40-yard line. Takes a look again. Down the field again, and who else? It's Hatcher. He's got him again, and Hatcher breaks loose. He'll get it down to the 30. Berryhill there with another block, and a flag this time as Hatcher took it down inside the 20. Is that a flag on Berryhill?
Yeah, it looked like it. That's all it could be over there.
Major foul, blindside block, BC number 83. We're going to go back 15 yards from the end of the play and a first down.
After the penalty, they work for the 35, a bobble. Rourke picks it back up, dumps it off to his running back, Butler. Wow. And they're going to get about 5 yards out of that. It's a little bit messy along the way. Going at it again. 2nd and 5. Rourke dumps it off. Incomplete to Toy. Hot shot coming in last 2 seasons. 37-yard field goal attempt here. And that one is up, and it is through as well. Castillo and White taking care of business tonight. Fantasy lineup this week. Strebler quickly screen, Wheatfall, and he has a little bit of daylight. He'll get it down to the 50 before he's tracked down and taken down by Beaulieu. For the BC 45. This time they'll run it. The rookie takes a pounding that time.
Kimoko Terrain. Wow.
Loss of 1, 2nd and 11. And flags here against the Bombers. This will back them up a little bit more. Strebler will have 4 out to the right. Looks in that direction, now comes back around to the left. Trying to find Peterson, but it falls incomplete, and that'll bring up 3rd down. She just gets that away. Pressure right in his face. Carter takes it at the 14. And a return to the 20. No further. Swoops around in behind his quarterback. They'll hand it off. And pushing ahead for a few extra yards is James Butler. It's been rough going for him tonight. Here does Butler. Bombers will send 5. Rourke down the field, and that is deflected. He was looking for Hatcher again, and this time Bonds was there to break it up. Heyer kicks it away. Taken at the 30. Brought back out just shy of the 45. Now a little extra push ahead to his left. Now Peterson will slide over to the left of his quarterback as well. Takes the ball. 4, maybe 5.
He's pulled it a couple of times.
You know it's coming at some point, I think. Back to Peterson again. He's got room right up the middle. First down inside the 50. As he closes in on a 100-yard game in his CFL debut. Well, time to settle in. We've got an excellent 4th quarter on the way. The 2 quarterbacks in the 3rd quarter combined for 279 passing yards, and we've got 48 combined points so far. Strebler from the BC 46, first down, out into the flats, has Wheatfall, and a nice tackle made over there by Ronald Kent Jr. 2nd and 5 for Strebler. Gets it away, puts it in a perfect spot. That's down to the 15 and now the 10. Right back to Carrick Wheatfall, who's having himself a game. Empty backfield here, 4 to the left, 2 to the right, and now he's going to take off. A little bit of a delayed quarterback draw, still pushing ahead, and finally will be stopped. Can the Bombers finish the job? Peterson stands in to the right of Strebler. Strebler, corner out, drops it in there, got it, Dembski! 2nd of the game for Dembski, 3rd of the game for Strebler, and the Bombers open it up again.
Well, I think Strebler can throw. You know, based on this 2nd half alone, I mean, that's a dime. He drops it over the shoulder of Nick Dembski. I mean, ball placement, bang on there. That's 2 throws in a row to get him down there, and that one for the touchdown. 2nd for Dembski, and accurate throw from Strebler. Wow.
Castillo for a 15-point cushion.
Dembski.
Second half for Strebler, 8 of 10, 167 yards, 2 touchdowns. This time it's Berryhill on the return. Oh, and he's hammered and the ball is out! That scramble at the 35, and who's got it? The Bombers say it's them. The Lions say it's them. And it is Winnipeg ball. What a turn of events in the crowd at Princess Auto Stadium erupts.
With the hit, special teams, pops the ball out.
That was his first return of the game.
Michael Krisak, just
Great hit.
great tackle. Pops it out, cover team recovers, and chance to...
Timeout, Winnipeg.
Bombers open this up even more. They'll work from the 35 after the Berryhill fumble. Peterson up the middle.
For Peterson.
Strebler in trouble, had some time, couldn't find anybody, and is taken down by Dwayne Hendricks. Castile from 47, he's got 2 that were deeper than this tonight. That is up, and it is wide right. This will be brought out by Carter, and he returns it just beyond the 6. 14, he starts in their own 6. Rourke with time, has some room down the field. Berryhill comes back to it, tackled immediately by Bridges, but he's got a first down. Over in the slot to his left. DeCoy comes in to block for his quarterback. Rourke gets it away again, and that is hauled in near sideline. Some fancy footwork from McInnes, and they got a first down. First and 10 from the 35. Rourke pressured, trying to escape. Had Catoy, and he dropped it. Goes Rourke there. Second and 10. Gets it away again, and how about that? They'll say incomplete. Dietrich Nichols, great job. Because Hatcher went down and had that, and Nichols just sort of looked over top of him and batted it away.
Rourke's laboring a little bit. Hatcher was super frustrated.
West All-Star, 3 of the last 4 years for Dietrich Nichols. Talu takes it at the 35. Bounces around and gets stopped just shy. Break, we'll let you see what we saw after the throw. Feeling it a little bit with no contact. Interesting. Second trip to the tent tonight for Rourke. Strebler cruising along on the other side here for Winnipeg with 7 and just over half minutes to play. Hands it off. Great cut by the rookie.
His hip.
Not good. Brady Oliveira out earlier in the game.
There's your pull.
Betts. Strebler on the run. And Betts would not let him get away, would he? Dallas Machine. From his own 40, gets it away. Towering kick. Hauled in just inside the 15 by Carter. And a Cramsey almost on him immediately with the special teams tackle.
Yeah, I don't think Buck Pierce going to hesitate here. This is Jeremiah Masoli, number 2 spot. Nathan Rourke, it looks like his night is done. This is Jeremiah Masoli.
Very deep position right now. Masoli with a flag, gets it away. It's complete, but there's a flag on both sides.
Offside, BC number 8, 5-yard penalty. We're going to replay first down.
Does Masoli have some magic in him here? Gets that one away. Flag as the ball is caught by the running back, James Butler.
Illegal contact on receiver. Winnipeg number 32, 10-yard penalty. We're going to replay first down.
Pump fake, far side, and that this time is held onto by Catoy. They'll hand it off to Butler, trying to find a hole, and he's got one big enough to pick up a first down. We'll see something to monitor. Oblique injury, Masoli on the run. Dumps it off to Butler. He's got a ton of room. Butler will take it outside the 40, now to the 50. Butler cuts it back over midfield, and a big play from James Butler.
Quickly, so is patient with this, rolls out, finds Butler, and a couple nice moves in the open field.
Now almost a two-handed sort of shovel pass ahead to Butler just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Masoli from the pocket. Oh, he's in trouble. Heaves it away. Far side. Intercepted. Waiting for it there. Marquise Bridges takes it away. His second of the game. And that will almost do it.
Or just overthrew him badly.
Peterson bouncing off one man. Strettler downfield to block. And Peterson tracked down from behind. Like goodbye, but he's got a first down again. Start. So we haven't had a good dose of him moving the ball down the field, but Strettler has been great. And you know what? He was good to talk to this week as well.
He's run for 100 yards.
And we'll do this again next Saturday. Same two teams with some significant injuries looming.
Nathan Rourke, those obliques are real important in the throwing motion.
Carter at the 5. A one-man miss. Tracked down just outside the 15.
He's taking some pounding tonight.
Down the field. Whoa, wide open, but Hatcher could not get there. Masoli again gets it out to Butler. Can he escape? He will not. They only played twice.
And that's so points for
Johnny, our ace stats man.
So points for and against.
On the return, had it actually get knocked away.
Right.
West just twice this year. Next week. Peterson pushing it ahead there with the Golden Bears.
Well, not only the running the ball, though, but also we saw him pick up some blitzes.
3rd and 5 with time ticking down. Back to Peterson again. Spin move into a pile and then eventually thrown down. 18-1 now in their last 19 after a bye week, going back to 2017.
We were talking about that again, saying the schedule's perfect no matter what it says. But I ask because I think there would be an advantage if you have the bye to have that tape, have that video, and they don't know if you are. And the other thing for the Lions, the wall wasn't good enough.
Final play of the game, McInnes gets it down to the 30. Stays on his feet and will eventually be tackled just shy of the 20. And that will do it. Winnipeg, 34-20 victory. Injuries loom large on both sides. Coming out of this one, Strettler the victory, those suits.
Yeah, Strettler the victory, and he did it from passing from the pocket. 3 touchdown throws for Chris Strettler. It wasn't that he tried to run the ball every down, and Buck Pierce has to regroup after a loss. Again, we'll remind the viewer that both Brady Oliveira did not finish this game, and Nathan Rourke for the Lions also left banged up. So injury reports coming up for those two fan bases.